to Along the Rock, brought to you by the Radar Free Press. I am your host, Kaitlyn Blum, and today with us we have Kassey Wells from the Helping Hands Food Pantry.
Hi.
Hi, so can you tell us a little bit about the mission of the Helping Hands Food Pantry?
So Sterling First Church of the Nazarene and Helping Hands has made it their mission to love people through all seasons of their life with dignity and integrity. We pray while helping with food insecurity that we can also show them the love of Jesus Christ.
Excellent. And then how many individuals do you usually serve on a monthly basis, and has that changed recently?
Yeah, we reopened in March of 2025, and the first month we served 257 guests, and then June last month we've served 457, and it just continues to increase.
It literally doubled.
Yes.
That's, not a great thing, but It is great that you're there to help them.
Exactly, yes. We're very blessed to be able to help our community.
So then, what kind of food are you providing, and are you providing any other type of services?
So we have a self-shop pantry, and so you come in, you get your cart, and then you go through and shop on your own, so you only take what you want and need, and then we don't offer any other services anymore. We used to do furniture and things like that, but we have taken that out, and it's just a food pantry at this point. And we also make sure that our guests have a birthday kit. It's super important that nobody ever goes on their birthday without a birthday cake. So it's a birthday kit. It's the aluminum pan, the cake mix, frosting, candles, and a birthday card. So that if it's your birthday this month, your child's birthday, anyone in the household's birthday, they can take one of those kits and then they can go home. And we even actually have this paper that we put inside of them that shows you how to bake a cake with a can of soda so that you don't have to worry about the eggs and the oil. So if you can't afford those things, you can still make this birthday cake without those things.
Wow.
Because that can be very expensive.
Yeah, that's something really special that I've never heard of any other food pantries doing.
Yeah, and then we also, our produce at the end of the week, we donate that to local farmer. And so then he helps anyone in his community that he might know, and then everything else gets fed to the livestock. So literally nothing in our pantry goes to waste.
That's what I was thinking too, with being able to choose your own groceries. Right. That really does minimize waste.
Exactly. It's really important to me. I grew up in this life of food insecurity, and I wanted to make sure that it's more like a shopping experience than a charity experience.
Like you said, being able to serve them and give them the dignity.
Right. And they go home and their kids, it looks like they went grocery shopping. We're very blessed with snack things that aren't necessities per se, but when you grew up in a world full of food insecurity and your kids never have things like that, and they go to their friend's house and they have all of that, it can really do something to them. So when they go home, their kids have little treats that and most of those treats, 95% of those things we don't buy. They're 100% free to the pantry. Mm-hmm. So we're not spending important funds on those things, but we still have those things.
Yeah, giving people a sense of normalcy.
Exactly. Like a shopping experience, and again, not you don't feel like you went and got charity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So are you experiencing any recent challenges?
So our biggest challenges are now a steady supply of meat. Meat is very hard to come by. The food bank has it sometimes, but not all the time. We did a meat drive when we first opened to be able to stock our freezers, but a steady supply is very hard. We also like to hand out paper products, but you can only buy those once a month from the food bank, and obviously that doesn't last very long. We like to hand out 2 rolls of toilet paper and 1 roll of paper towels when we're open, but we cannot financially sustain that. We don't receive any grants. We have the money for this, obviously allotted amount each month. So we can't financially sustain the paper products, but it's very important. If you don't have toilet paper, that's a really big deal. So that's always our biggest needs is meat and paper products.
Okay, how can someone go about supporting you and getting those paper products?
So you can always drop them off at the pantry. We're open Tuesdays 5 to 7 p.m. So we're there. We're also there in the morning on Tuesdays unloading trucks. So you can always bring it in then. Monetary donations are always super important. And then any way you want, but the meat and the the paper products can just be dropped off at the pantry. We have volunteers that separate them out, put them in bags, and then each household gets one bag.
And where are you located?
We're located at 1208 East 4th Street in Sterling. And now you come around the side in our parking lot, and there's a door with red writing. It's door number 6. And you go in there, and then you now go out the entrance door, so to speak. You go out, pick up your car, and we pack all your groceries and put them into your car for you.
Okay, and then do you have like an upcoming fundraiser?
We do. We're actually going to do a rib dinner fundraiser, but it'll be ribs, macaroni and cheese, home-style green beans, and then homemade desserts by the ladies in our church. And then it's not an indoor thing. You make your, message either myself, Kassey Wells, or the Helping Hands Pantry page on Facebook. Make your order. We pack the food. You pull up. We give it to you. You go home and enjoy it. That way it eliminates the cleanup for us and makes it easy for people to go home and just eat their dinner.
Okay, and then all that money is going towards the food?
Everything will go directly back into Helping Hands to purchase food.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. If anybody can't attend the fundraiser, is there any other ways that they can support you?
Well, the biggest need that we have is always monetary. As I said, we don't receive grants. None of that. So any donations, food product, paper products, or monetary donations can always be brought into the pantry itself or into Sterling First Church of the Nazarene office.
Okay. And I wanted to ask you, if there's like one message you could send to everybody in the Sauk Valley, what would it be? That
any of us could absolutely be in this situation ourselves at any point, and that food insecurity can cause and does cause long-term trauma that is not seen until much later in life. And we never know someone's situation, so we should never decide whether someone needs this help or not.
That's a really great thing to say, yeah.
So.
Absolutely. You can't judge a book by its cover. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's very, we hear a lot of the car they drive or what they have on, or we have no idea what anyone's situation is. God asked us to serve him by helping feed people, and that's what I'm here for. Like, we're there just to serve God and people, and that if they need it, they need it, and that's not our decision to make.
Yeah, without judgment.
Absolutely.
I love that message.
Yeah.
So I always like to end with a fun one. If you were on a deserted island, what 3 pantry items would you bring with you?
So the volunteers made fun of me, but I'm going to say it anyways. So toilet paper would be my number one. Water, fresh water, because if you're on an island, I feel like it's going to be salt water out there. And some sort of protein. So I picked pinto beans. But they made fun of me because they said, how am I going to open them? I don't know. But that's what I'm taking. So I think that's what I would take. Something that definitely has protein, and then some fresh water and some hygiene product. Yeah.
Well, that's a great answer. Well, thank you, Cassie, for joining me here today.
Yeah, can I give a quick, we are in need of a freezer, a chest freezer. We were able to raise the funds to get a new cooler. Mm-hmm. However, we lost 2 refrigerators doing that. That's why we had to buy the cooler, because we had 2 fridges going out, which means we also lost the freezer space in those fridges. Mm-hmm. We got a truck today, and great problem to have, but we don't have enough refrigeration for that. We do in the church part of it, but not in the pantry part. Mm-hmm. So we need, I think, another couple of refrigerators and definitely a large freezer unit. So some of those, we'll keep doing fundraisers. Oh, and it's very important. A lot of our fundraising is going to go towards, we're going to make homeless emergency kits. And they'll be able to come into the front door, grab their bag, and just go. We don't want them to have to walk through the entire pantry. And again, we want them to leave with their integrity and not be worried about people staring at them or anything like that. It'll have food products that don't need to be heated up, don't need a can opener, basic toiletries. Socks are the number one thing needed for the homeless community. I have a huge heart for the homeless community. I've been in all of these places. So we're going to be doing that, and a lot of fundraising is going to happen for that, because we need to make sure that we're helping that community as well.
Wow, and so what's the best way to keep tabs on like any future fundraisers you have?
Following the Helping Hands Pantry Facebook page is going to be the #1 way. We are setting up and gearing up to do a haircutting event with Ben from Ben's Fresh Cuts. So it'll be, you know, a very reduced rate for the haircut, and then the haircut money goes to the pantry, and then they'll be able to leave their tip jars out, but all that, it'll be like a $10 haircut, basic haircut, and then all that money will go towards the emergency homeless kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great cause and a great fundraiser.
Yeah. So we really just want to make sure we're loving on people and they get to leave with their dignity intact.
Yeah.
Always.
That's great. Well, thank you for joining me today, Cassie.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I want to say thank you to our listeners and to our production crew as well. Remember that the Radar Free Press is free, so stories like these rely on your likes, shares, and comments to thrive. And if you want to hear more stories like this, check out theradar.online.